What's up, everybody? This is PT Helbrecht with Reforged Logic. I'm here again to do another video on Atlas Worlds. We're going to see what's changed. We're going to try and take some things that are from a Kickstarter called City and Scenery or City and Scenes by Philip Reed. We're going to try and just plug in some basic stuff in Atlas Worlds. So let's hop into it. What's up, everyone? Let's get back into this. We're doing another Atlas Worlds video. I'm not going to do a review. They haven't had a lot of luck on getting some more updates, and I know it's been a while, so bear with me. But what I wanted to do was basically take something. I know last time we were here we were trying to make our Clockwork City campaign, and I was showing off the compatibility features, and so you have all these entities up in the corner. One of the first parties that I made that currently I don't think they have a delete function. Oh, they do. Sweet. So let's do that. Let's get rid of it. Let's blank slate the parties. And then we have one of the worlds that I was working on. Let's also just delete this as well. We're going to start basically from scratch. And, oh, and it deleted all my entities as well. So here we are. We're basically going to start from scratch. And what I want to do is I want to take this campaign supplement for 5th edition, Fantasy Cities and Scenes by Philip Reed, one of the Kickstarters that I was part of. And I'm going to try and take what he has here and use it to flesh out encounters and events that can be linked and tied to campaigns. And so let's just jump right into it. If you need the link to this, I'll provide it down in the description. I'll also provide Atlas Worlds links down in the description as well. And then any other resources that we use, I'll definitely make sure you guys can get a hold of them. So we're not going to worry about any of the cover art. We're not going to hit any of the art. We're just going to do bare bones necessity in here. And that's because in the Fantasy Cities and Scenes, a lot of the art is copyrighted for the book. Ooh, pardon me. And I also don't want to try and hunt some of these down because it's in PDF form and I can't get to them easily. So we might use other artwork. They do sell the artwork for this book also on DriveThruRPG, so just keep that in mind. But other than that, let's get into it. So the first thing we're going to be doing is this one right here, and I'll bring it back over. We're going to do the home of Hulda Schnell, and basically just a mage that likes to travel. It's just kind of like an encounter, an ability for people to get books and whatnot up into them. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to make the location, we're going to have to make her, and then any other weird locations in the house. And we don't have to get that nitpicky, but we'll see how it goes, okay? So what we have to do first is let's make a location, and some of the relationships and events might be in here. You got me for a half hour, so if we don't get this done in time, I'll make another video, or I'll finish it up and show you what I did. So first things first, let's do a world. Currently, I don't have one, so this is going to be a temp world, right? With a temp description. Super, super, super awesome, I know. Boom. So there it is. We have temp, world. So let's do things for sure in here. We're going to do locations, okay? We definitely need her house, right? So if we go back up, and I'm going to be cross-referencing back over to the PDF. Oh my goodness, I'm so tired. Let's see. We don't have anything here, so we got to do new location. All right, so let's do. I wonder if I can just copy and paste, even though probably not the best thing to do. Copy, paste. Yeah, it's all lowercase, so let's make it proper. Okay, so we have that. It's part of the world temp for right now. Let's see. Let's know what to do for a color. Let's just do mage. Let's just do this obnoxious blue for. No, I don't think we need a color actually. Well, it's too late. I think now, huh? I've already picked something. Add entity tag. I'm gonna just put city encounter. We don't have any there, so we have to make a new one. Icon. Let's just see what we got for icons. Is something. Boom. City encounter. There's so many ways to organize in this Atlas Worlds program that you can really go any kind of way you want here. You could put, mage, traveler. You could put NPC. I mean, we could put all these things. Right now, let's just see. So this is an encounter. We'll just do an encounter for that, and we'll add another one. So we'll save this. Let's change color to red. Encounters will be red. Let's do a new world tag. Icon. Let's go back to that flag. We could put city location. City location. We'll do all city locations as white. Oh no, that's not. Let's see. Let's do them all as yellow. Yellow. Ooh, that's so hard to see, but it's okay. So city encounter, city location. So now we have that this is a place you can go, and this has got an encounter. And when the encounter is done, we can remove this tag, right? Oh, we've done this. We're going to remove tag. I'm not going to do it for now, but that's just things to do. Did I add that? I don't even know if I added that. Let's try. Let's try doing something else. Change. No, we're not doing artwork. Sorry, we're not doing artwork. Add entity tag. No, okay. So it's good. Boom. There it is. City encounter and it's a city location. So let's do a description. I'm going to just take stuff straight from here so that we can just see what we have. So let me read down. Let's see. Let's copy that. Paste. So this is all part of, at least in the book's location. Oh, let's undo that. I don't know why I didn't copy. Copy. And paste. Boom. Oh my goodness, look at all this stuff. We can get all crazy with it if we want. Let's just do that. That looks good. So here's another person that we can make, and we will. We won't have any, I guess, quote-unquote artwork for him, but we can get them in there. So I think we're good for the location, unless I wish I could. I wish I could actually take a picture and put it in here, but it's fine. So we have location, and we're good for now. We're gonna save this. So, did it save? Save and close. Got it. Okay. Two different things. So we got one. Do we need another location in here? So inside this house, there's a library. So you can either put the library in if there's going to be like a legitimate, I guess, playable spot in there for players, other than just the role play aspect. I've noticed that for locations on Atlas Worlds, you want to either put large scale organization, or you want to put some place that people are actually going to put boots on the ground as far as players. Other than that, there's, like in this, I think we're going to leave it out because this person has a library in the house, which is redundant unless I'm going to put every room in the house as a location. And I can just act this out, and put this library description as actually an event, an encounter, a quest, or an item, right? So let's leave that out. But what we do want to go into after is characters. So right off the bat, we have two characters. We have the person who owns the house, and then A-Link, right? Or A-Link, which is the person who takes after the home while she's away. So let's just get into this. Let's make this character right here. We'll make Hulda first, since she's kind of the main person for this house. It's her house, so she's gonna be the one. Oh, it totally didn't drag over the... It's funny what it copies and what it doesn't copy. Still part of the temp world. And so here's where you could be like, well, all locations are going to be that obnoxious blue, or this person goes to this location, so we're going to put blue because this person is related to that. Down here, you don't see it upon creating entity. You only see it once you get in there and we actually change up stuff. It's not as in-depth as the location. But I think I'm going to have her match this location's color. And then entity tag. She's not a location. She is, let's see, an encounter. I don't know if we would put her as an encounter. She would be an NPC for sure. So let's do the things that we know for sure. So new world tag. We'll put NPC. And then icon. NPCs are all going to be robots for me because they're all robotic players. But, I mean, it's obviously she's an NPC. Otherwise, they would be in there. So let's just do NPC, and then let's do... She's not mage, or she's a mage, but she's not part of like nobility. And we'll just put a general character. So, if I can spell right, general. So that, man, I can't even spell today. So she's an NPC. She's general, meaning that she doesn't have any ties other than this kind of encounter, this one encounter. There are other spots in this book that will link up to other stuff. And so we'll do NPC general, and we'll do for all NPCs, we're going to go blue. Actually, let's not do that. We'll do black for general. Okay. So save. This person is definitely getting add entity. And then I guess we'll do city encounter. And then we could put what kind of state this person's in, wandering. If we wanted to, we could put, there's a lot of different things that you could do here. And I know it sounds cheesy, but you really want to think of it as a video game, because all Atlas Worlds is doing is taking the manager from a video game RPG and putting it in our hands, in our control, that we can see it. So she's general NPC, and we'll do one more. We'll put, so that people know, new world tag. Let's see if they have a clock icon. That would be really, really neat. or at least something that revolves around time. Do not have anything that revolves around time. Huh. Well, let's do the mountain, because wanderers tend to do mountain things. Right, mountain. Okay. So we'll put wandering location. So she'll have the tag. Let's not make that color. Let's go for, I want to go for a brown. Brown? Brown. No, too much. Too dark. There we go. So brown. So she wanders. I'm going to save. Boom. So she's a general NPC. That is herself an encounter. That would make sense, because if you have her and she's wandering and you can roll into her encounter, her own house could be its own separate encounter. So let's actually do, instead of a city encounter, yes, I would like to remove that. We're going to do a new encounter. And actually, I think I want to go back and change city encounter to location encounter. But for encounter here, oh, where's the lightning bolt? Lightning bolt. It's still going to be red. I like red for encounters. And it's going to be a let's see. Let's do NPC encounter. Okay, so NPC encounter. Let's save that. Did I spell everything right? Boom, did it. We don't have a lot of time left, so I might actually run out a little bit more. So, and then, no, I don't want to. Yes, I'd like to delete that. I'd like to add a new encounter. NPC encounter, wandering locations, and she's a general NPC. Cool. So description. Here's all we have on her. So we're just gonna put this in here. We're gonna copy. So this is stuff that is generally known about this player. And boom. Okay, and then we have metadata, which they haven't gotten to yet. So we're gonna kind of gloss over that. We'll go over more notes later on. I think actually this might be too much, but because we have the general description, doesn't ready to available party as soon as they meet her. So I don't know if we want that. Let's do this. So description, I think, will actually describe what she looks like up here. And we'll actually take all this away and use it somewhere else. So we'll just talk about, I'm going to put temp visual, right? Because that's what they're going to see. And then we'll go into notes. Here's where we're going to do all of the craziness. We're going to go into edit. Let's see. So table of contents, page setup, number, page break. Everything looks pretty decent in here. So I'm going to do a table. We're going to do 1, 2, 3. We're going to do we're going to do 3 things. So no, let's not do a table. Let's just do this. We're going to just put you could just put DC let's put check medium. And we'll put paste, and then we'll go down here. It's basically a Word document, so just keep that in mind when you're doing stuff in here. We're going to do check hard. Cool. I'll do that. Make sure my bugs aren't doing bad things. And see, okay. All right. Okay. So these are info on her. So this is information about her. And you can do all this stuff for the whatchamacallits as well, locations. So we're gonna do lore and checks. Okay. And then we're gonna do this down here. Do 3, and we'll do encounter. Ooh, no, way crazy with that. We'll just put her library. Why is it doing that? It's so weird. Oh my goodness. I don't know why it's doing that, and it's bothering me so much. Is it only right after that? Okay, so let's save this because it's kind of being weird, and we'll reload it. So we're gonna close. Yeah, we'll save it, and then we'll go back into the character. Again, it's not the most perfect thing, and it didn't save anything. It didn't save anything. Oh my goodness. Save. Why is it not saving templates? So, I mean, it's nice that you can load a template, but alright, so let's try this. We'll try this right here. We are going to leave that there for the player. Man, this is just... It's so crazy. It's a little funky right now going on. A little funkiness. All right, so let's try another template. I mean, let's try it again. Let's just see. Let's see if we can do this a different way. So we'll do something like this. Sorry, this is just being such a pain in the butt. So we've got that. And let's see, where did we end? So then we'll go copy. So you have to kind of almost... Okay, so we're text only. Text only. We're at end. So we'll hit up traveling and the rest of her, and we'll put it copy. Alright, so I don't like, we're good. Just close. It's a little frustrating with this. It's not as cut and dry, which is fine. So let's just do this. Let's see if we can even new. I want to just paste everything that we have. We'll get rid of this. Let's just paste her because we're clearly having problems. So there's no point in even attempting to do all this craziness if we can't even. So now we're good. I would like to save, and it won't let me save. And that's kind of frustrating. And so we'll save here. We'll edit here. Won't let you save. So they must not have fixed this correctly. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to skip that. Sorry, guys. So currently, even just trying to put in a basic location and basic character info right now is a no-go. So keep that in mind. Although this is, I think, going to be one of the awesomest things ever. No, that's not correct English, but I definitely think that once they fix these bugs and we can actually put this stuff in here and kind of make those templates a little bit better. You can make templates down here, you know, and do all this craziness. But so if we were to do this, let's see down here, title, and just put test and then text field, and then we want a number box, and so we want 1/3, and we're just text area, and then we'll do hint, and we'll do test 1, and all this craziness. So here should save, and we're gonna just type in test. Why is it doing stupid stuff? Test template. Okay, so now in theory, this test template saved. Go back to character, go back to her, go back to notes, go back to edit, and then we have, in theory, you're supposed to have a template here, right? But you don't. So that's part of also something that's a little frustrating. Yeah, because again, nothing saved. And that's the biggest thing here is we have all these things that you can't save. All right, so, but let's go back to characters. We're going to go back. We're going to make a new character. So we have A-Link, the guy who looks after her, right? A-Link. It's a weird name, but it's all good. I'm going to also make it so that he's there, and then we're going to also do NPC encounter. We're going to also do general NPC, and then we're also going to do... he is not wandering, so we're going to make a new one, and we're going to call this one, we're going to have this one be, there, a mountain with a flag, and we're going to call it missionary location. He doesn't leave, he doesn't go anywhere, he just does what he does. Save, and then, oh, I guess I probably, do you want to move it? You can adjust this later. It'll be fine. It's slightly gray, so it's different. So, boom. There he is. Okay, cool. What else we got? We're going to be a little bit over than the half-hour mark, just because we got a little sidetracked with those notes, which is unfortunate. So now we're here. How do we represent? So inside of Hulda's house is a library. So she's a traveling mage who had an unfortunate accident that got cursed, which removed her legs and basically makes her bottom half floating smoke. So she's got a very ghoulish-like form, or not ghoulish form, banshee-like form as far as floating and all that stuff. And so to stop this, because she's still herself, and she's still not super old, and she's young enough to be beautiful and all that stuff, she wears very flowing dresses, so it makes it look as if she's walking and just floating around, and just graceful. But that's something note-wise the players would find out later, or via an accident, and then they would find out the details of the accident. But she's a mage who travels quite often, and in her travels she's put together quite an extensive library where the players can either try and break into the house or ask her about it if they have a reputation with the city that this house is in, right? And she knows that. And so, how do we build that kind of relationship structure so that all these things link together? And so, we're going to do that with quests. And so, this is going to be a mini quest, which is her private library. So, we're going to add a new quest. We're going to type in the name of what you want it to be. I'm going to do her library because it's her library. It's part of this world. I'm going to match it again to the house so I know. We're going to have identity tags. And so I'm not going to put an encounter here because the quest says that you're going to do something. It's not going to be where there's an encounter location. You know, this is going to be NPC encounter, location encounter. I'm actually going to probably leave most of this tagless. There's not going to be a lot we're going to need to put tag-wise here. We could put reward. We could put no reward. We can, if you needed other tags that relate to this, like Mage Guild or something, you put that here for your sake. But for the most part, I don't think we need any tags here. So we're going to cancel on the tags. We're going to just save as it is. Boom. We can put the description in. Again, the description for this on a quest could be what the quest is asking you to do, what you're trying to get done. It could be if it's to go to a location quest, but basically what we're going to try and do is just put what they need to do for here. The general gist of what they need to do. So we're going to take this, I'm going to paste it here. Player characters may learn of her collection when they are visiting a local tavern. There are, they overhear others talking about how the mage is again on the road and in search of new books. So this will be the quest, right? They overhear it. They overheard it, and now what? So as we can tell, we're going to save right here. We can't do anything to notes still, which is kind of sucky. The private details, which I'm assuming is the metadata down here, unless they're going to put something in here that's more. We'll see. So, connection. Ooh. So, let's do it to her and her house. So, I'm really pushing it here. I'm going to do 5 more minutes. So, for her, this is her. We'll put in spell. I don't know why I'm capitalizing everything. So whatever you want this to be, just keep in mind it's going to show that way. So that's why we're going to make it like a title. So this is her spellbook collection. And this is the owner, right? She owns it. So boom. We'll save that connection. So character, she's the owner of this library. So she's kind of the owner of this quest because it's her library that we're going to rob from, right? Do a new connection, do a different entity. So house, and we'll just put I'm going to put part of. We'll just do and they have 4 there, which is grammatically incorrect, but it's whatever. Well, yeah. But maybe we don't need one here. So we'll just put, this quest is nothing to the home, right? Location is here we go. Homestead. Oh, I got a little overextended with the S's. So there, you don't have to do 2, which is fine. We're gonna save connection. We're gonna save this. So, owner of the library, this person, the homestead, her house is the homestead of this location. And so now I still haven't figured out what unlock stuff yet. I know they're still working on a bunch of features in here. We're gonna save and close this. But now at least if we go into connections, we have and we'll do A-Links. I always forget. We'll do him real quick before. And A-Link will do his connection. A-Link to, let's see. So we'll do it to home. Keeper. Do keeper. And then this is the location. Yeah. Okay. So, and then cross street. Jeez, can't spell. So it's across the street. We're going to save that connection. I know it seems a little redundant, but it helps you when you're trying to keep track of a large campaign. Sorry, I have to constantly watch my puppies because they do puppy things. So what is he to an actual person? Well, A-Link is neighbor. I can't even spell neighbor. Neighbor. For that, and man, I am just so dyslexic today. Neighbor, and we're gonna also put no, because they're just neighbors. Neighbors, and we'll put friend. We'll put friend for each. Friend, because I feel like you have to be a friend to watch someone's house. So this is where it would be nice to have multiple connections to the person instead of just doing this, because if you do this, and you'll see on the connections, so we'll save it, if there's multiple connections, relationship-wise, it can really start to overload this area, which is the connections tab. Yay, so we have the location, right? This is the core of the group right there. Shoot. So this location and this quest are found out through a bar. And if we had a bar, we could put it out here. You know, if you wanted specific ones or if just anyone, and then have this little mini encounter, just be like, in a bar, you hear this, and then you can run through this small encounter and have a bunch of these tiny, tiny encounters throughout the entire campaign. I'm going to maximize this so we can zoom in more. The other thing that you could do is literally web an entire campaign together with that. And we did that on the Clockwork campaign that I was doing. The video quality is kind of garbage, but it works. It's just very tedious to build, and it's very quickly you run out of entities, and you really have to make sure that your connections and your organization is key before you even get there. But if we look at A-Link, here are all of his relationships. Let's see. I still don't know if top is. I still don't know which one's to and from. I wish they had an arrow that indicated to this person, or this person to this person, and this person to this person. I think that would be nice. Again, this isn't a review or a feature creep kind of thing, but it's just us showing what we can do currently. And so basically, before I get more into this, we'd get artwork, that's no problem. We can make it look pretty. We were able to put in some of the descriptions for the basic character stuff. Couldn't do any of the real meat and bones in there, which is a really big no-no for the whole thing, that this is a campaign manager to manage the meat and bones of a campaign. This would be the character that we're going to use. I'll find artwork for them. But basically, it has set up a nice structure for us. We just can't fill it with anything. Location gets a little cut off over here, right? Based on all these. The borders, all the colors, so you know they're all related. So location has got, I'm trying, the homestead. The quest is in the homestead of this location. Let's see. Spellbook collection for the library. The owner of the spellbook collection. There you go. That works. And then the guy who's a neighbor, friends with the mage who's always traveling, keeper of this location, and it's across the street from his location. So we could even make his house with him in it to then have another location, or you could do it something similar to this. That's basically what we got, though, and so that wasn't a very heavy, I would say that's not a very heavy construction of a small encounter. And unfortunately, I just think that this hasn't gotten to the point yet that we can honestly make very, very good campaigns. I know it's coming. I know they're working on it. Atlas Worlds and the team has been truly, truly doing wonders for their Kickstarter and keeping up with people on Discord. But until they get some of these things that you can really flesh out stuff, it's just a no-go for us for right now. I honestly think doing two different things now, making the huge network campaign and making small encounters like this. I like making miniature encounters like this. And then just, I mean, as much as I want this to handle all of it, based on what they have here currently, I think making small encounters like this with players just randomly activating them would really make a huge, would really make a huge difference versus more beneficial versus the huge campaign management system. And that's just because trying to manage everything on this net and through the web kind of functionality that they have gets very tedious. Like right now, these are only 4, and like picture a bunch of these all over the place trying to tie into specific things. Or if you want to get real crazy, when you have all of these, crazy relationships are all over and touching each other and doing things, and it can get a little overwhelming. But it's nice to have these little kind of pocket encounters. Just one there, one there, one there. We're all in a bar and you overhear it, and then one bar can lead to like a centerpiece and can lead to one of all these different random encounters. But either way, I'm still super excited for Atlas Worlds. Let's minimize this. We're going to go back to settings. And here's where you would manage all these items as well. We're not going to get into anything else, not going to do anything with parties or other entities or artwork, but I'm really excited for them to get going and to pop out extra stuff. Again, I'm really in this one for the long haul because I love role-playing games. Next time, I'm going to try and take Blood Bowl, and I'm going to see if I can put a league management system in here. So that way people can keep track of Blood Bowl systems. I am also going to, in the future, try and do a 40K or an army builder style campaign, maybe Flames of War or something, so that people can keep track of locations of where things are and try and see about unit management and long-term effects. So thanks, everybody. This is BT Helbrick. with Reforged Logic. So I hope you enjoyed, and definitely looking forward to talking to you soon. Bye.